Tech with Luke O'Grady.
It's not what we're called. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Luke, tell us about yourself. Who are you? What is your deal?
So we're just going, huh? This is the show?
Yeah.
This is the show. We're just starting.
Awesome.
We're going to talk. We're going to walk. We're going to box.
Low pressure.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Luke O'Grady. I am a person. Okay, let me restart. A little bit about myself. I am not a 30-year-old woman. Okay, good start. No, okay. Where should I begin?
Okay, how about we're gonna say, Luke, how do we know each other? We'll ask you how we know each other.
There
Just
we go.
narrow
Yes.
it down,
Okay,
you know?
so I know
Yeah.
Emily and Alicia through the Second City. I've met them doing the Conservatory program, so I do improv and sketch comedy with them, or I used to when we were allowed to do stage stuff before.
Pre-pan.
Now I just say funny things on Zoom sometimes.
And we should note that we're allowed to do stage stuff, except that Luke started shitting all over the stage one day, and that is why we're not allowed to perform together anymore.
Yeah.
It's because he covered everything in the JCB in
awful.
feces.
I've never seen
Yeah.
such a thing.
We
Nothing
got
to do
kicked
with
out.
COVID.
No,
They're still cleaning.
It's just me and Alicia and Emily got banned because of my actions.
It was
Yes.
too much,
Yeah,
man.
that's what
I
Prem
know.
Improv will do to you. You get stuck up there and you're like, well, I guess I'm just shitting myself and smearing it all over this logo.
They tell you to commit, so I committed.
Way to commit.
Committed to the bit, and I went too far, they said.
So they
but
say.
That's what they say.
comedy.
Second City.
We
Yeah.
all know.
Jokes.
What's that guy's name? The guy who smashes the watermelons? I was just trying to be him, but more gross.
The
Gallagher?
guy just smashes
Yeah, what?
the
You guys
watermelon.
know Gallagher? He's
No.
a prop comedian. His whole bit
I know
was just-
Eric Andre. He's pretty gross.
Yeah, this is like pre-Eric Andre and less like, well, I don't know. I've never really seen Gallagher do stuff except for like on podcasts or stuff, so it doesn't have the same energy, but he used to just go on stage and just smash watermelons with a hammer.
In the name of comedy.
And I think that was his
And that was
his
it.
stand-up thing.
How much do you pay for a show like that?
Oh, I would pay personally, I would pay hundreds of dollars to be front row for something like that, but I've never had the opportunity.
To get a little
Oh,
piece of watermelon on your
Watermelon
face?
flesh.
Oh, it just touched my lip just delicately. This piece of watermelon that was smashed by Gallagher.
There's got to be more to this, like, the act, though. Like, what does he...
Well, I mean, I would tell you more if I knew more, but I only know of the watermelon thing. So I think that's what he's famous for, but he probably, like, put on costumes or something. He's like a prop comedian, so he would have
regular Carrot Top.
Yes, exactly. In the same vein as Carrot Top.
Love
That's
it.
all I know.
Well,
about
that's
him.
exactly how we know Luke.
Yeah. The props that I use are more bodily, though, apparently.
They're free. You don't have to pay.
Yeah.
You just, well, I guess,
can destroy
you
them
can
all
just
I
eat. And this is the show. This is an improv show, so I'm just going to go with that. I was just curious, Luke, what is your shower time habit?
Shower time habit, like
Yeah.
the my routine, kind of.
Maybe not so much like your how often, like the frequency of showers, but maybe just like something that you make sure to do in the shower. For example, when I had long hair, I would take, because your hair is going to just come out in your little hands, and you have long hair too. So do you maybe put that on the wall for a little
Ew.
bit of time?
What the fuck?
Hey!
Well, this is
A lot of people do
this
Put
this.
it down the drain.
this is a new thing.
You're gonna have to get a snake.
Well, what
later.
happened?
Luke, back me up.
Well, this is exactly what happened to me. Was that at our new apartment probably 2 months ago, all of the drains stopped like
Yes,
they got clogged. So like we would just turn on the sink and it would just kind of like fill up with water.
and it gets up
So
to your
I had
ankles,
to
and you're like,
call the manager of the property manager guy, and he came and he snaked the drain. And he was like, "You should not let your hair run down the drain." And so now I have started to take my hair off my head and plaster it to the wall, and then collect it at the end and throw it in the garbage.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my new routine. Yeah, that's like only a couple months now. I used to just let it all go down the drain because I was like, yuck.
oh yeah,
Yuck.
oh yeah.
Yuck.
I think I started doing that earlier because both my hair and my sister's hair were long, and it was just a lot in the same family that we're like, okay, we're doing this snaking business on a regular.
And snaking the drain is very gross.
Oh yeah, I'd rather like scrape it off the wall than have it come up with like a mouse or whatever else is down there.
Ew, God. So
like,
wait, so Alicia, your family just owns a snake so that you can have a professional plumbing tool so that you can constantly pull your old hair out of the drain?
I have a snake for my kitchen sink. I have a snake for
what?
Yeah, you can buy like smaller ones, and so like in your bathroom, if stuff starts to like clog up or whatever, your bathroom sink, because over time stuff just gets in there, right? You buy like a little snake and just shove it on down, and then it comes up with.
I'm learning so much about plumbing right now. Luke, what's your favorite thing about plumbing?
We're not even in our advice column yet.
Oh, that's a good question. My favorite thing about plumbing would probably be the fact that it all works within the walls and I don't have to see it. It's all secret to me, and I don't know how it works, and I don't want to know how it
Imagine
works.
the walls are just transparent and like how much stuff is actually moving around you. Like that's somebody.
You could see poo moving around.
They hook it up.
This is a show about poo, apparently.
Yeah, so
coming up. Question for Luke: what song plays when you open your eyes in the morning?
Oh, nice.
You know, like Cinderella. Like what would be your like morning wake up tune to get your day going?
Okay, I have two answers to this. I'm going to answer this literally and say what this song I use as my alarm is. Is that okay? Can I answer that way?
Absolutely.
Okay. The song that is my alarm is a song, I don't know what it's called, but it's from the Tarzan score by Phil Collins. It's just a song that's like these intense drum. Well, no, not one of those ones. That would be too sad, probably. I would choose just one of the like intense action drum songs because I always found that it got my blood pumping in the morning.
Like you just want to like get up and swing from a tree or something?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I can see myself running with the gorillas.
How motivating.
Running with the gorillas.
So Tarzan, like a song from Tarzan. That's great. And then every bird in Toronto helps you get dressed.
Yeah.
They all converge. Oh my God, there's a hawk that like is circling around. So like in my apartment building, I can see there's three. There's mine, and then there's one sort of like 90 degrees, and there's one like 45 degrees straight across from me. So there's this hawk now, and it'll like fly in circles, and it's scaring all the pigeons. The pigeons used to be so like peaceful and calm. They're like, oh, I'm just a pigeon, blah, blah. Every time this hawk shows up and it's like, bow, bow. That's not the sound of a hawk. I can't make the sound of a hawk, but you know the sound that like hawks make, or eagles, whatever
I'm
this
thinking
fucking
the eagle
bird
with
is.
that
Anyway,
classic like
it might be an eagle. That's the sound that it makes. And then it's just like around. But then here's the other weird thing. Okay, these birds are supposed to be eating the rodents of the streets, and I have seen more dead squished mice in the last 10 days than I ever have in my life living in this area for like the last 10 years, basically. So what is happening with this eagle that it can't do its job and eat the mice?
So is it, you think it's
They're all
dropping
just
them?
Squished. It's disgusting. Maybe he's dropping them. I don't know. He's like, pih, pih, this is peasant mouse. I don't know. But like I just think, you know, maybe if you want to hang out and scare the pigeons away, you could be nice and just take care of them.
It sounds like there's like either lazy animals, lazy cats, or like who's not tending to the mice issue right now? Is that the city of Toronto?
I don't know.
Yeah, someone needs to be in charge of cleanup for this guy.
Brown eagle or hawk, whatever
carcasses
you've got
everywhere.
going on there. Does it have a little?
They're so flat and pancaked into the ground that you don't notice unless you're looking straight down. And so like I see them when I'm running, and I'm like, and I'm looking down because I'm like, I'm gonna die. And then it's just like flat pancaked mice that are gray that blend into the cement. So maybe no one can see them. Maybe not even Eagle Eye himself can see the mouse on the dirty, rotten ground.
Anybody up for a pancake, vermin? Ugh. Just peeling them off. That's awful.
Maybe you have a superpower. It's like in Sixth Sense when he can see dead people, but you can see dead mice, and they are still dead, and nobody else can see them. It's
awful.
Just carcasses.
What an awful gift to have.
They share your superpower. You're like a fly.
That's gross.
Poop, dead mice. Wow.
God.
I'm gonna bring us back onto some more improv with some one last random question. It'll be a quickie. Luke, do you have any pets?
Yes,
What's its name?
just acquired a cat.
Acquired?
About 2 or 3 weeks ago.
How did you acquire it?
In a trade.
Yeah. What did you give the other person?
For a sum of
Oh.
money, I was able to take a cat from someone else's home and put it into my own home in something of a business transaction.
You pay cash?
No. It was all through the Toronto Humane Society, so it was
Okay.
like a normal, legitimate business thing. His name, when he was advertised online, was
So you've changed his name.
Frankie.
Okay.
It was Frankie.
Uh-oh, Frankie.
Yeah, uh-oh, Frankie.
Is that a dead mouse?
But there was a description, and it said like he's very energetic, and he has no tail. That was the main thing we knew about him.
Oh.
He got his tail cut off because he was a stray cat, and they don't really know how, but one day he had a tail, and one day he came back and he had no tail.
Oh, what a rough night that
So
would
now
have
he's
been.
just a little stubby guy, so we went and picked him up, and now he is very loud and lives in my
I
room.
do remember this
In my
howling when we randomly called you last week to ask you to be on the show, and then we could not get over the sound of that cat.
Yeah, I'm happy he's not here now because he does get very loud, but he will just sit in the window and yell out the window at just passersby like a dog. Like he barks but he's not barking. He's just like howling like a cat at cats and raccoons and birds and people. That's weird. I've never met such a loud cat.
It sounded like a weeping human.
Yeah, he sounds like a crying baby.
Age 9. Home alone. Parents were gone to the movies. I grabbed Dad's toolbox thinking I'd use some of them to dig up dinosaur bones in the backyard. I remember bringing them into the bathroom because I had to go. I flushed the toilet and whoosh! Up the wall, across the ceiling, water moved. I heard it. How does that work? I was interested. I smashed my hammer into the wall and saw tubes, pipes, a maze of delights. How does the water get into the toilet? How does it flow through the tap so freely? Where do these pipes lead? This looks like a water puzzle and I want to solve it. I ask you, do you know the difference between septic and sewer systems? Do you know how pressure and gravity work together to move throughout your home? My parents were not happy when they came home, but at least I discovered my destiny. Hey, did that grab you? For more, subscribe to Talking Sewage, where I, Mallory Bob, talk to you about basic plumbing. Subscribe today and receive 10% off your next water bill. Just kidding, that'll never happen. Talk to you soon. We're gonna do some improv.
Oh, good.
We're gonna do a little bit of a warm-up. Luke, you are familiar with the game Headlines?
Yes.
It's been a while. The cheese in my fridge.
Everyone needs to know, where has Ethan Hawke been living?
Great times approach for Mission Impossible director John Woo.
Underwear is a thing of pre-pandemic time.
Effervescence. That's what's inside your new bubbly rosé at 10.
Never, ever, ever drink water, study says.
Stay clear from water. Study from Fox News says.
Sip water slowly without gulping. Study from CNBC News says.
Studies should not be listened to, my dad says.
Sandra D.
Exceptional titles from Alicia Carrick.
Kyle is one of my best friends. Best friend rebuts.
Slowly understanding improv. Second City people say.
Yes, and there were no more classes because we never went back. Students say.
You don't know Jack. Jack tells me.
I'm really liking that we're making sure to say the source. Ish. And it's always S.
Yeah.
So, cucumbers,
Wait,
how do they grow?
You had an E.
Okay.
Jack tells me.
Me. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I didn't say says this time. I made a point.
Existentialism becoming more popular.
Rabid rats ravaging roads and runners rapidly.
Your boss doesn't want you to leave.
Everyone's pooping. At least once a day, if you're lucky. Study says.
So excited for poop. Emily took a poop.
Power to the pooper. The president progresses the poop movement.
Time to get stuff under control, frontline workers say.
And that's that. I think we've figured out our headlines.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right. That was the news. Oh, with Alicia, Emily, and Luke. That's all. That was just like a depiction of what's been on our minds, like the last little while, and how slowly thoughts are coming to our minds. And with that, we'll go on to another segment. We're going to call this Advice Column.
Advice column.
She always wanted to offer advice to anybody who needed it, and the expert that we aren't thought we're credible.
Incredible. Incroyable. En français.
Incroyable. So we have some suggestions from our audience, which is actually just my personal Facebook status here that people wrote some comments
They're
on.
very serious. Like, I see some in here that are, like, I really think some people need our help. So I think let's go in order. We'll let Luke take the first one.
Mm-hmm.
What's our first question?
Oh, great.
Okay, our first question is from a dear friend, Matthew Ardill. Luke, how do you rebuild a motorcycle engine?
Oh, wow.
That's a question, not really advice. He needs advice. He's building a motorcycle engine, and he needs your help.
Okay, advice for the rebuild of a motorcycle. Wow, great question, Matt. And you have certainly came to the right place. I think the most important part of building any motorcycle engine would probably be making sure that the pieces fit within the motorcycle. So what you're going to want to do is take every single piece out of the motorcycle and then put them right back in there. And then you should be well on your way onto that wide open road.
So he can put it all back
that asphalt
in any form?
Oh, just as long as it fits.
As long as it
'cause
fits.
You don't want pieces sticking out.
Right.
I think I've never seen a motorcycle that works that had a piece sticking out of there. So I think
That's true.
we all know how motorcycles work. So it's probably that it's contained.
Follow-up question. Every time I build IKEA furniture, there is always a piece left over. So, like, my IKEA furniture is still intact. Riddle me this, Luke. If my furniture has not failed me, should the same principle not apply to a motorcycle engine rebuild?
Okay, so now we're getting into some interesting territory. So you're suggesting that he can leave one piece out because he doesn't know what to do with it?
Yeah,
Because that's how IKEA works?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I have no problem with that. Yeah. If you don't know where it goes, so the worst thing you can do is try to like wedge it in. Same with IKEA furniture. So if there's like an extra screw, you're not just going to screw it right on top of the middle of the table. That would be sticking out. Then your plate will get stuck on it when you try to throw it across the table. You got to just leave that screw off to the side. So if you have like an extra tire or something, just put it in a closet and maybe you'll find a use for it later.
To say maybe later.
Don't throw it out.
That's your maybe later screw. Or just screw it for now, put that away.
Yeah.
Well, like upcycle, turn that tire into a unicycle.
Yeah.
Or like make your bike a big wheel. So you take the two wheels off of your bike and you could put them on the back. Sort of like you can use like an attachment that you would use for your training wheels, right? But you put your two big wheels from your bike on the back on the training wheel thing. And then you take the spare tire, as it were, and put it on the front of your bicycle. So now you got a big wheel, and you can ride around, and you go like pow, pow, power wheels, and then you're just having a great, grand old day, right?
You're 7 years old.
Right?
Yeah.
But as an adult.
That's true, yeah.
Absolutely.
That is any kid's dream, yeah. I think we should.
Truly.
I think tricycles are the way of
Alicia,
the future, for sure.
What's your advice for Matt A?
I mean, I've read all the same engineering books that Luke has, so
yeah,
I think just to add, and especially if we're talking furniture compared to machinery, one thing that definitely applies to both is making sure that you have a giant piece of paper. So when you are removing the parts of the motorcycle, the IKEA, if you're going to edit that tower you've put together already, I don't know. But you want to lay out each piece and trace it. You're going to want to trace it. Because then you're going to put a like a figure one, like a step one. This is the first thing I took out. So that's going to go top of your big page. And then you lay it all out. So you know what you put out first. And then when it's going to go back in, you've already made the puzzle a little more clear for yourself.
So like you get like the big Post-it flip chart paper. Correct. And like, Alicia, I don't have the square footage in my home to accommodate such instructions.
Well, I mean,
what do you suggest for the people of Toronto who live in little huts?
Okay.
Such as myself.
Yeah, you're right. I've been at my parents' house. They've got a little space, so I'm in space mode. Really, I picture myself repairing my own motorcycle in my tiny apartment. You're going to want to lay out a sheet. But anyway, people say, find a YouTube tutorial. But I think it's going to be learning as you go, because that's the only way people learn, you learn by doing. So until it starts working again, you're guessing. So I think for Matt, you got to, you're winging it. Talk to all the people that got bikes, and then write down. It'd be a little PI, and you put it together.
Be a little PI.
Figure it out.
Just be a little PI, and you put it together. That's what you gotta do.
Still tracing around the parts of my own car. So
okay, let's do another one. Let's do another question. Let's do one where someone really needs like serious advice.
Okay.
Something medical, hopefully.
Oh, we do have a medical one. Can I read it out?
Go for it.
Okay, so Thomas G says, DIY dentistry. What could possibly go wrong? And that's what he's asking. What could possibly go wrong? So this is for Thomas G.
I think having the right tools are everything. You're going to want to lay out your cuticle clippers as
on a piece of paper, like on a piece of flip chart.
No,
want to trace it.
Emily, this is DIY dentistry. You're absolutely going to want to trace. Yeah, get out your paper, get out your fanciest pen, and then what you'd use for your nails can also be used in the mouth. You're going to want to sterilize, okay? This is going to be the main thing. And so depends. If we're doing tooth extracting, you could certainly be using your cuticle clippers to grab. These are household items that some people have. You want to pull out your cuticle clippers and get around the tooth and pull out. And I think being sure to put pressure on the wound. Bleeding is going to be a bit of a feat if you can do DIY dentistry. So you're going to want to...
You're going to be bleeding out of your feet if you do DIY dentistry.
Is that what you heard?
That's what I chose to hear.
Okay. It's a feet thing. I'm going to pass it off to Dr. Milling. What else would you recommend for this?
The only
control the bleeding
experience I have with DIY dentistry is like the Crest white strips. So like I have theoretically whitened my teeth over and over, but the problem is that I drink so much coffee that my teeth will forever be yellow, I think. So the other piece of advice that I could share would be to get just some regular liquid household bleach, the kind that you would put into your washing machine. Don't do color safe, because that's going to leave all of the yellow stains on your teeth. But then get like a little cup and just like put it, like hold it on your teeth with the bleach cup so that your teeth will slowly whiten. You have to hold it there for at least 4 to 5 hours.
Actually, probably is good advice. That is good advice.
Well, be careful because bleach will dehydrate you pretty aggressively. So you also need to have, at the same time, have like a straw with actual water available to you. When you're sipping out of this straw, be careful that you're not sipping the bleach. It will kill you. Okay? So this is what could go wrong. You could die from sipping bleach from trying to whiten your own teeth.
We've all been there with the Crest white strips. Now I've just got sensitive teeth. So this is probably a better route to go. Thomas G. What do you got, Luke? Anything to add?
I have one piece of advice, and mine is just to directly answer the question. It was what could possibly go wrong, right? And I think the only thing that could possibly go wrong is saving too much freaking money, right?
Oh,
The
Yeah.
dentist is expensive, yes. Oh, God.
Especially without insurance. So
Truly.
Absolutely.
Truly.
So I just say go for it. And obviously go for whatever your advice was wonderful. I don't know, yeah. But just the only thing that could be bad is having too much money.
That's
Absolutely.
We
true.
all heard the tale of the Emperor's new suit. That's about having too much money. I'll stick with that.
Depends on which kind of, I mean, if there's whitening, you could be filling a cavity. And if so, then honestly, you're just going to want to pick up some cement mix and that
Yeah.
just a small amounts of that. If you
Spackle it in.
Spackle it into your back teeth. Absolutely. Even if you don't have cavities, maybe laying a little bit of groundwork will prevent it.
It's true, and the other thing you could do, so you can get around this whole like flossing thing, is just put the cement between your teeth so that you don't have to worry about those little spaces like where your gums are. So if you just block all of that off, you never ever have to worry about flossing ever again. I feel like we have solved dental problems today.
Rest in peace,
Fill in your
dentist.
gaps.
Generally. Just put cement all over your teeth, spackle cement all over your teeth, never go to the dentist again.
Yeah, we're putting
Done.
a lot of people out of jobs with this, I think. We might be in trouble for this one.
Well, I spent too much money on the dentist, and
It's about time people start DIYing it.
I agree.
I grind my teeth a lot too, so I think the cement thing is really going to be
that's
good
genius.
for me. But I'll probably have to reapply once every 2 to 3 weeks, because that's how much I grind my teeth.
Just crushing
man.
through that
Just
cement.
got little nubs.
I heard if you put a piece of just like pastrami in your mouth every night and you grind against that, it's actually a nice cushion.
How thin is this
You're
pastrami?
gonna want to get a thin slice. Definitely ask. It lasts.
Is there
Don't thicker. You need a thick piece, obviously.
is there a vegetarian option?
Yes, it's just thin sliced tofu.
Ew.
Last
You gotta
question.
get the extra firm tofu, though. Sorry,
Extra
go on.
firm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's Dre Smalls. Oh, Wes's friend from Lakeview. Okay, let's start a discussion about which way is the best way to cut a sandwich. This will be a quick one.
Oh.
Take it away, one of you.
Okay, let's on the count of 3, Luke.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, ready? 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
In
Diagonal.
half.
Oh, I was so fearful that.
Who the hell cuts their sandwich in thirds?
Ooh,
Children,
it's parents.
and I'm
yeah.
Quarters.
and I'm coming for them.
That's quarters.
Yeah, that's worse. 2 halves. That's terrible.
But diagonal or square quarters halves.
Like right down the middle or diagonally.
Yeah, right down the middle straight, right down the middle diagonally. Or would you cut the grilled cheese like halfway? So you've melted the grilled cheese together. You got your 2 slices of bread. It's stuck together with the cheese. Do you cut it in through the middle of the cheese? So now you've got 2 pieces of bread with some melted cheese partially on either side?
Just cut through the cheese. Don't cut any of the bread.
Keep the bread.
Yeah. The bread stays intact.
It's like making a sandwich and then it's a disassembled grilled cheese sandwich is what it is.
You made the sandwich,
Yeah.
then you unmake the sandwich.
And then you put it in the fridge for a bit to reharden the cheese, and then you've got a real
Right.
cuisine.
Real soggy piece of
Yeah.
bread.
Yes, I think that is the only right
Some
answer.
Shitty. Okay.
I mean, depends on how I'm feeling. If I want to be nibbling, if I'm like committing to like watching an episode or something, I'd like the 4. I personally like the 4. But then if I'm going to just be, having a sit down sandwich, then I like to do it diagonally in order to get the full bite first, instead of like getting the one bite in the middle and there you have cheese on your face ish. I mean, depends.
Messy.
Cheese on your face.
So the
Definitely
diagonal is a
messy.
smaller but triangle to fully enter.
to
I
fully
apply that-
enter. You can't see it, listener,
Yes.
but Alicia's just like shoving shit in her mouth right now.
Just
Fully
piles of
entered.
bread.
But you know what I mean.
I think it really depends on the sandwich itself and the type of bread being used,
You're right.
right?
We're picking
Because
this
a grilled
apart,
cheese sandwich,
absolutely.
you're like, you got to do diagonal because it's dipping, right?
Exactly.
The triangle is perfect for dipping. But if I'm eating like a sub, like a long sub, I'm not going to create a diagonal in that sub. That would just be weird.
Oh, you'd be silly too.
Diagonal sub.
Actually,
But they do that in wraps. And do wraps count as sandwiches?
absolutely they do.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Mhm.
they're
You're right.
they're
I would cut that diagonally too.
they're cylindrical like a sub. So what's the difference?
I mean, I have had a firehouse sub and they they're hefty, and I don't mean to plug Firehouse, but I mean I will, because whoa, like it is Subway on crazy drugs, but like they pile that meat on so much. Anyway, but they do it like a bit of a diagonal, and it's helpful because you want to start with that slender side. Again, I'm
wrap around,
maybe
wrap
I'm
your mouth
wrong.
around that slender side.
What if you just ate a sub like a cob of corn?
You could,
And what if that's the solution to it all?
I guess.
So you slowly nibble down the bread, and then you are like, oh, I'm at meat layer now, and then you get back to another piece of bread. Are you moving it around?
Oh, now here we get to the discussion of how to properly eat corn, but I don't want to delve into that.
Gosh.
So, when I personally eat corn, first of all, it gets stuck in my teeth, and I don't like that. So I've cemented my teeth, okay?
Smart.
Second, I don't eat the core of the cob of corn. So does that mean that if we eat a sandwich the way we eat a cob of corn, we don't eat the core, which would be the best part of the sandwich, which is the filling? Or would you believe that the best part of the sandwich is the bread?
No.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you're gonna throw away the meat, then what's the point of the sandwich?
I don't know. I'm a vegetarian.
And there it is.
So this is the perfect way for you to eat a sub. You just eat all the bread.
Just bread.
And you have a nice meat core that you haven't touched, and you just throw it out.
It's a meat core.
Perfect.
That's
I wrap it in the soggy lettuce that they inevitably put on my sandwich, meant for crunch, but it's just gross.
Yeah, the best part about lettuce is the crunch, and when it becomes soggy, it's sad, really.
Devastating.
Devastating.
This is the Broadway show we've been craving for years. It's not cats. It's something other than cats. Well, we're not Jellicle cats anyway. We're alley cats. Is this really all it is? Says Broadway Insider. I'm sure it gets better. Oh, no, this is terrible.
Shut up out there!
We were shut down the first night of the show, which honestly makes a lot of sense because we just grabbed some cats out of a back alley and put them on a stage. Nevertheless, please donate to my pockets. Thank you.
And welcome back to the podcast. So we're going to do a little bit of long-form improv, and basically we're going to be pulling some stuff from all the crazy stuff that we've already talked about. And therefore, none of this is real or rehearsed. And here we go. Hey! Get out of here, cat! Oh, God. Hey, Billy! The cat's in the alleyway again, and it's eating all the leftover turkey.
That damn cat's back again. Are you kidding me? I was trying to sleep.
What are you doing sleeping in the broom closet again, Billy? You should be out there making magical sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, well, my sandwich business is really not taking off. I can't get much sleep these days, so I'm trying to stick into the broom closet. You see, money's tight with all these cats going around eating all my pastrami.
Oh,
hey, get away from my pastrami, you damn cats.
Where's Mary? She's got to be tending to these cats. She's the one that names them all.
What up, Roberta? I'm here.
Mary, your cats are back. And
They're eating my damn pastrami.
Yeah. We're trying to run a business
We
here.
can't help it. It's just they're here. They're taking care of the rats and the mice, But if they want a little pastrami, what's to prevent them from eating a little pastrami? They like it. It feels good on their teeth, and they enjoy it.
Well, who's gonna pay for this pastrami? I don't see these cats with any wallets.
Billy, you know what? You can't stop a carnivore from eating meat. Okay? And don't talk to me about vegans, because they don't understand how delicious cheese is. Alright? You can't prevent an animal from doing what it is intended to do on this God's green earth. Here we live on planet of the earth.
You're absolutely right, Mary, but we can't be having these cats eating the pastrami. This is the only storage place we have.
I'm not entirely sure why in this broom closet / apartment you keep your pastrami. I feel like a refrigerator might be a better option for you, but I'll give it to you. You're an entrepreneur.
They're expensive.
You're doing the best that you can. You're making it up as you go along. I cannot prevent my cats from eating your pastram.
You guys don't know a thing or two about pastrami at all. You see, to get the magic out of the pastrami to make my magic sandwiches, you gotta hang them in the broom closet. Because they grow stuff on them, and that's what gives them the magical tendency. You guys, you people like you, it ruins my business.
Wait a minute, is that why Fluffy has been acting so weird lately? Because I swear she's been asleep for at least a week now, and I just don't know what to do.
She might have had.
She ate the sleep pastrami.
She did. She had the sleep pastrami, Billy. That stuff is potent.
I don't even give that stuff to humans, let alone cats. That's for the horses.
Oh boy, it's this whole apartment farm fiasco we chose, huh, guys?
Hello, I'm here to purchase an order of pastrami.
Finally, a customer.
Billy, it's your 10th customer.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting my sweaty palms. Hi, hello there, madam. What kind of sandwich can I get for you?
Well, I'm looking for something that'll make my boyfriend go to sleep, if you know what I mean. And I hear you have magic sandwiches.
Oh, yes, I got the most magic sandwiches in all of New York City here. This broom closet, you came to the right place. So, how big is your boyfriend here? Tell me his weight and his size measurements, his height. I need all that.
Writing it
It's a
down.
little bit personal, but I guess that's okay. He's approximately 14 foot,
Okay.
8.5 inches around.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
We got a giant.
not
All right.
quite. He's approximately 4 foot, 8 inches tall.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We got a wide
Wait,
guy.
so he's 14 feet and 8 inches around the waist.
Mhm.
He's basically a frisbee.
He really is. Oh my
We
goodness.
play a lot in the park. At least we used to before he started cheating on me.
Oh, no, it's okay, madam. No, there's no shame here. No, we don't judge anyone for why they need the pastrami.
I just need something to put him to sleep, okay? I don't need you to ask me any question.
Okay, no, yes, no questions asked.
No, don't ask me any questions at all.
Genevieve, you know the recipe for the pastrami, right? You know how much pastrami to give for a person that's exactly 4 foot 8 inches and 14 feet and 8 inches across, or something like that.
I do. It's just, I'm not so sure we have enough. The volume might not be what this man needs to fall asleep.
Oh no, that dang cat ate all our pastrami again.
Look, I'm not gonna make excuses for my cats, but I gotta tell you, something about this woman seems fishy, don't you guys think?
Hey, no, we don't judge the customers.
Yeah,
No,
here at Billy's Broom Closet Prosciuttos.
Well, this prosciutto, this goes beyond.
Pastrami.
It's just lunch meat. This is it. This is the man's life we're talking about. So I think we gotta be a little bit more particular about what customers you're serving here.
Well, I'm gonna ask her. Maybe like, how did she hear about us? And so maybe if she hasn't heard too much, I can give her this one here with the legumes growing off of it.
Yeah.
And
the gabagool.
you know, she won't know the difference.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but you know what? It's your funeral. I'll be watching from the back.
Oh,
over
I think
here.
she can hear us.
Genevieve, did you happen to hear our conversation?
I said no questions. How could you ask me something like that?
Oh,
You're right.
My goodness. All right, so she's Genevieve, and you're my wife, right? Darling?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm just gonna, okay, and what do I call you? Did we establish? I'm just gonna call you honey, okay?
Absolutely. That's what it says on my passport.
Because I thought you were
H-U-N-N-I.
Genevieve.
I thought
You're
we
not
were
Genevieve?
both Genevieve. That was
thought
my understanding. That's why I came to this store.
Ah, yes, no, of course, yes, you, okay,
They
no,
said it on her
anyway.
name tag, and she's.
I mean, I've been calling you Roberta this whole time. I feel like a bit of an asshole now.
Ah,
Oh,
yes,
there it is. There it is. My name.
Ah,
You know how I
yeah.
forget it. I had a little prosciutto, so it always
Honey,
messes with
yeah.
my
I'm in a bit of a
memory.
hurry, okay?
Right.
I've got a husband to kill. I mean, boyfriend to kill. I didn't say anything.
Well, yeah, thanks for, thanks for choosing Billy's, prosciutto brigade. Can you just give my, wife and me a second to just, figure out a recipe. You know, it's all complicated potions and mathematics here. So just give us a second.
I suppose I can wait just 1 minute longer.
God, Billy, she's really interesting. I'm going to actually be shaving off these little bits of hair, and maybe... And I'm actually going to be pulling out this razor I have, and it's a Venus razor, so it'll be the thinnest, most accurate slices.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, here you go. Tell her she has beautiful hair.
Ah, yes, okay. Hey, Genevieve, who is not my wife and not Roberta, I have the meats for you.
I've been waiting for so many hours.
Yeah, well, this is the good stuff. See, I put it on a sandwich.
I'm going to use this razor to shave off some of these bits, Billy. We can't have this meat going out the door. Okay, so here's a little bits you're going to give her. And I want you to just blow on them. And that's where the magical breath comes in, okay?
Okay, yeah. Yes, my innate magical powers, they're really coming through here. Okay.
Hot breath, Billy.
Goes.
Hot breath.
Hot breath on this, okay. All right. Hey, Genevieve, I'm here again. I got the sandwich. You see, really? I put the prosciutto and I put the parmesan on it, and it's on some nice little best Italian bread that money can buy. And hey, before your husband eats this, he'll be smelling up. He'll think it smells really good. I can tell you that much.
He does love some parm, but I'm seeing little black specks in this. What is that? It looks like some sort of a shaving that.
It's a peppercorn.
Wait.
It's peppercorn.
It's a peppercorn, honey.
Have you seen my Venus razor?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Mary.
Well, it's quite contrary.
You put your leg shavings in the pepper shakers again. Hey.
Sweep.
Sweep. Thank you, Luuuke O'Grady, for joining us this evening and painting some very strange pictures.
What a beautiful painting we made.
A lot of themes, sandwiches, mice, poop. We had some accents. We didn't have some accents, and it was all beautiful.
That was lots of fun.
Very much so. Multiple levels.
Luke, what are you doing that you want to plug, or do you have stuff that you're working on you want everyone to know about?
Sure, I can plug something. I have my own podcast that I do with my sister. We do it very infrequently, but we just released an episode today after another long hiatus.
Ooh.
Cool.
It is called You Like This. We have guests on and we talk about movies and music that people like, and it's all very nice and positive. And you guys will have to come on our podcast sometime. So you can listen to that wherever you get podcasts, I think.
Cool. It's called You Like This?
That's the line,
like
eh?
This? Yeah,
love it.
With a question mark.
You
like this?
Yeah, you like this?
You like this? This is what you like?
That's the theme we're going
That's
for.
awesome. Fun.
All right.
Love it.
Yes.
Would love to be on it.
Oh,
Ask
absolutely.
us
When
anytime.
we get back in the rhythm of actually releasing stuff, I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll give you a call. Oh,
what is routine,
impossible.
you know? Awesome. Okay, well, this is great. And thank you for plugging that. And that's our show.
I love all of the listeners.
This is very
people.
nice. That is a good outro. Thanks for listening to You Gotta Laugh, an improv podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, leave us a rating and review. That helps more people like you find our podcast, and it helps us beat the algorithms.
Follow us on Instagram at YGL Podcast. Send us an email at hello@yglpodcast.com and sign up to get episodes directly into your inbox every Friday.
Subscribe to You Gotta Laugh wherever you get your podcasts, and share this episode with someone you think would love it.
They might need a giggle, yes.
Yeah.
So until next time, we are Alicia Carrick and
Emily Milling.
have a fabulous day.